Roosevelt's. Just kidding, I don't know. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams, and let's start with everyone's favorite bone to pick. There are 2 daily doubles in the Double Jeopardy round, and when you haven't found any after 4 categories, that means there's 1 in each category, and they're not going to be at the $400 level. So, big failure there. Not to go hunting for those until Shannon finally realized something was amiss and found that $1,600 clue under the Tropic of Cancer and wagered $5,000, which is a decent wager. He still had to get one right or hope that Marianne would get one wrong to take the lead, but he does have the lead, 12-6. Very strange game in some ways. Marianne 10-3, Susan taking a few big hits toward the end there, 7,000. So let's do the math here. That's going to be 26. That's 8,000 for Shannon. And if he's wrong there, I'm going to talk about his prime number fascination soon. Don't worry, because I also love prime numbers. 5,700 would be, I'll flip that around, would be the maximum for Marianne. And it looks like Susan can wager with 2,400. But that puts her in a little bit of a pickle because she can't cover a 0 wager by Marianne with just 2,400. So she could go for everything, but let's do things the way I intended. 7,000 double up here. That's 3,700 on Marianne. So yeah, and I guess Shannon could wager 1,400. A little dangerous. Put that down there. If Marianne's wrong with that wager, she'll be off with 6,600, so maybe Susan caps her wager at 400. I don't know. I'll stick that there too. All right. Let's go into some mind games now. Like I said, if Susan goes for this 2,400 amount, it's not going to be enough to catch Marianne. So Marianne could cap her wager at 900. I guess that would be. And then she's right with that wager. She'll have 11-2. So I guess that Shannon could go for 1,400, and this is where we get this weird wager to tie situation. It's not really a wager to tie situation, but just looks like it. So don't pay too much attention to that man behind the wagers. Wait, that's me. Yeah, pay attention to me if you're gonna go on the show. Right now, you can just not bother. Let's see what else. I'll just do 0 cover wagers because I'm feeling not particularly mathematical right now. 3,300. I guess cap it at 3,300. I don't see anything there. But actually, 6,600 would be the best, I think. For Susan, I mean, that just means all in. Nothing for Shannon here. Marianne, was that 2,300 twice? Would be 4,600. Yeah. So if I'm Susan, I'd probably go for maybe 0. I could see Marianne going for the minimum, the 3,700 amount.
In the same year as Waterloo, the Duke of Wellington's brother-in-law, General Edward Pakenham, died in this battle in North America. 30 seconds.
Now, if I'm wrong about this, it's going to blow up my face, but I talk a lot here about memorizing dates, and if you know the date of Waterloo, I don't know the exact date, it was in June something, 1815, there's only one battle you really need to know that happened in North America in 1815, Andrew Jackson's lucky day, not knowing that the war had already ended. And where was that? Well, I hope it's what I wrote down on my card.
And will you add to that? You came up with the Battle of New Orleans. You are correct, so you will add to that 7,000. You'll double your score to 14.
See, I like that wager. I think that might actually be your best wager here.
Battle of New Orleans, no Gettysburg. Instead, it'll cost you how much? $10,299. You're left with $1 now to Shannon Dillmore. Did he come up with the Battle of New Orleans? He did, and his wager, I don't know, is that a prime number?
It's not a prime number. It's definitely divisible by 3. But maybe he just likes 31. But either way, he's got the win, and unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Susan, who had a good 3-day run, and I think is still in contention barely for the tournament champions. Love to see. once I need that. Once I update the standings, which I'll do maybe while I'm watching Tuesday's game, because I'm now watching them back to back apparently. I didn't like Trebek saying Mount Deemer for F, but I guess it didn't matter because someone else had already said it. Shannon already said it. Oh yeah, prime numbers. I think my favorite birthday progression was 27, 28, 29, because 27 is a perfect cube. It's a 3 cubed. 28 is a perfect number. And 29 is a prime. 39 is exciting. 31 is also a prime. 32 is a 2 to the 5th. 33, all right. 33 doesn't matter. 32 is cool, though. 31's cool. 30 just, I guess you get a big party and whatever. I love Alex's strange comments on women that appear sometimes. I had one of those today during the interview segments. There was a weird cut after the Edward VIII clue, the King's Speech clue, where it cut back to video of Shannon selecting the Daily Double because it showed him actually having the lights on his podium and going from 2400 to 2600, and I rewound and just saw where that was. But I guess maybe he called on the wrong person and they caught it and decided to just let it play out. Anyone else say Animal for the Grammy-winning Muppet? I figured the Electric Mayhem might have won some Grammys. I think those are Grammys, or Oscars, really. Yeah. And that Freestone, Clingstone question, I had the exact opposite in my UTOC game. Food, I think it was just called Food with F in quotation marks, and I just guessed floating as the opposite of Clingstone, which don't guess, even if it's worth $800, that might have made the difference between winning and losing that game. It didn't, but you never know. Alright, well, I guess that's my cue to leave, because I see Wheel of Fortune's coming on, although I don't record it anymore, so it's about to clip off. And I'll be back here in 25 minutes for another very exciting edition of The Final Wager. Hope to see you then.